From ancient legends to modern footage, South America is buzzing with tales of mermaids. Are these mythical creatures real? Join us as we dive into eerie encounters and stunning visuals that will leave you questioning what truly lies beneath the waves. Here are real mermaid sightings caught on camera in South America. In the remote and mystical Amazon River basin, the Yara, a water spirit often depicted as a mermaid-like figure of sorts, she's been part of local folklore for centuries. And looking at her, I don't blame her. In 2015, a fisherman from the Brazilian Amazon claimed to have captured a startling photograph of a creature that resembled the Yara. Now, the image shows a humanoid figure with long, flowing hair, partially submerged into the murky river water. The figure's body appears to be human from the waist up, but below, that's when things get a little fishy. Below, it transitions into a fish-like tail, of course resembling classic depictions of, you guessed it, mermaids. While some skeptics argue that the image can simply be a misidentification of a manatee or a similar aquatic animal with, kind of legs, kind of a human body, others are drawn to the eerie resemblance to the Yara legend. Now, the sighting reignited local and international curiosity about the creature and raised questions about whether this mythological figure could have a basis in reality. Local experts investigated, but of course, there's no definitive conclusions that were drawn, leaving the image open to interpretation. The photograph, shared widely across social media, continues to fuel debates about the authenticity of mermaid sightings in South America. The Yara encounter. In the vast wetlands of Brazil, a region known for its rich biodiversity and untouched ecosystems, a group of tourists reported a bizarre encounter near a remote lagoon in 2018. Now, according to their testimony, they saw a figure near the water's edge that bore a striking resemblance to that of a mermaid. One of the tourists managed to take a quick photograph before the creature vanished back beneath the surface. Now, this image shows a humanoid figure with a distinct upper body resembling that of a human, complete with the long flowing hair, under the sea look, but the lower half ending in a fish-like tail. That's when things get weird. This peculiar sighting immediately went viral. Of course, it sparked a whirlwind of online speculation, and some researchers suggest the possibility of undiscovered aquatic species, while others dismissed it as a hoax or a prank of sorts. Now, the mystery deepened when no one could identify the creature in the photo. The sighting stirred up local discussions, especially in light of the region's rich folklore about water spirits and creatures, so many of which are believed to be connected to the mermaid mythology of sorts. Was this a fish or a mermaid? What do you guys think? Lake Titicaca, a high-altitude lake nestled between Peru and Bolivia. It's surrounded by rich indigenous myths. Now, one of the most famous being that of the Yara, who I mentioned earlier. Now, this mermaid-like spirit is said to have lived in lake's depths, luring unsuspecting fishermen with her beauty. In 2017, a fisherman from Puno, Peru, captured a startling photograph of a creature that highly resembles the Yara. The image shows a humanoid figure with flowing dark hair, partially submerged in the waters of Lake Titicaca. Now, the figure appears to have a human upper body while its lower half is obscured by water, but it does suggest the presence of a tail. Looks kinda like legs, looks kinda like a tail, we're not really sure. Local authorities were quick to investigate the claim, and although no direct evidence was found to support the photograph's authenticity, they could not completely dismiss the possibility either. So now we're stuck somewhere in the middle of disbelief and belief. So while many believe it to be a hoax, the photograph sparked renewed interest in the mythological creatures that are said to inhabit the region's many lakes and many rivers. It continues to fuel local legends about the Yara and other water spirits. The mermaid of the Parana River. In the vast Parana River, which flows through Argentina, a fisherman reported an unusual encounter in 2016 that would capture widespread attention very soon after. While fishing near the river's edge, the fisherman claimed to have seen a mermaid-like creature swimming near the surface. Of course, you're going to see everything moving when you're a fisherman, so this definitely caught his eye. So quick to react, he managed to take a blurry photograph of the creature, which appeared to have the upper body of a woman and the tail of, you guessed it, a fish. The photograph, though it's grainy, it does show a humanoid figure with long hair, creating a striking resemblance to the traditional mermaid folklore. The local community was buzzing with talk about the sighting, and while some dismissed the photograph as a digital manipulation or even the work of local pranksters, others wondered if it was a glimpse into something much older and much more mysterious. Experts who examined the photo suggested the possibility of an unknown aquatic species. Again, that's everyone's go-to when they can't explain something in the ocean, but no identification could be made at that point. The sighting was shared widely on social media, where it garnered both fascination and, of course, skepticism, contributing to the growing mystery of mermaid sightings in general in South America. The mermaid of the Areno River. The Areno River, one of the longest rivers in South America, winds through Venezuela and is steeped in folklore surrounding water spirits and strange creatures in general. And in 2014, a group of fishermen traveling along this river came across a strange, shimmering figure that they believed to be a mermaid. According to their account, the creature had the body of a woman with long hair and the tail of a fish, the classic identification for one mermaid. Now, one of the fishermen managed to take a photograph of the creature as it swam just beneath the surface of the water. Now, the blurry yet intriguing image did spark a frenzy online, with many commenting on the figure's uncanny resemblance to mermaid depictions in other cultures. As with other sightings, experts were quick to point out the possibility of a misidentified aquatic animal, or of course digital manipulation. However, this sighting was taken seriously by many local inhabitants who pointed to the deep connection between the region's folk traditions and aquatic deities. Some of the locals they're kind of on board, they believe in this stuff. So this sighting added another layer to the growing legend of mermaids in South America's waterways. The mermaid of the São Francisco River. In Brazil's São Francisco River, a fisherman reported a startling encounter back in 2013 when he claimed to have seen a mermaid-like creature while fishing in the early hours of the morning. Again, these are fishermen. They know what they're looking at most of the time, and they know when they're not looking at something that they identify. The fisherman managed to snap a quick photograph of this creature, which appeared to have the upper body of a woman and the fish like a mermaid tail, all that good stuff. It was shimmering in the river's surface. He noticed it, he looked at it, it was real. The blurry image quickly made its rounds on social media, where it was met with a mixture of awe and, of course, skepticism. Some suggest the creature could be a misidentified manatee or another large aquatic animal of sorts, while others believe it and want it to be a genuine mermaid sighting. Now, despite the photograph's lack of clarity, of course, these are all blurry, the sighting does reignite discussions about mermaids in South American folklore, with many pointing out the region's rich tradition of stories about water spirits and deities that would often resemble mermaids. All these stories about mermaids, and it happens to pop up in the same area, that's not a coincidence. Maybe they actually saw something. The mermaid of the Rio de Plata. In 2012, a group of Argentine fishermen who were navigating the waters of the Rio de la Plata, one of the widest rivers in the world, they reported a strange encounter that they believed was a mermaid sighting. This one, they're confident about it. The fishermen described seeing a humanoid figure near the shore with the upper body of a woman, always a woman, and the lower half of a fish. Yeah, men get centaurs with the upper body and the bottom horse, and then women, you just have to be a fish apparently. You can't mix those up. The photograph was shared across social media platforms, sparking widespread discussion, because we want it to be real. We want mermaids to be a real thing that we finally got on camera. While skeptics suggest it could be a hoax or a poorly taken photo of a large aquatic animal like a manatee, others speculate that it could be a new species yet to be discovered, perhaps even that of a mermaid. The sighting drew attention to the Rio de la Planta's long history of strange sightings, with local legends claiming that the river is home to various water spirits, and not just one mermaid. Various, yeah, we got a whole swarm of maids around. Are mermaids real? Have you ever seen one in real life? Comment down below, make us believe, okay? Hit that thumbs up, and we'll see you next time on Most Amazing Top 10. Peace.